Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm glad you're doing good. Where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles.
Los Angeles?
Whoa, look at that butt in the background. That's a nice big butt.
Amazing. So you eat animals personally, right?
Yes, I eat meat.
Do you find that morally problematic, or you think it's fine to just kill others and eat them?
I feel guilty for it at times, but it's been so normal in my life that I continue to do so.
Yeah, same. Likewise, we're raising like carnist cultures. We're raised thinking this is okay.
Absolutely.
But like, let me ask you this: like, hypothetically, if we were doing the same sort of thing we're doing to animals, like bringing them into existence and slaughtering them for sandwiches, if we were to be doing that with humans, would you say it would be a moral obligation for us not to give our money to that, or would you say it would be fine to pay for human meat?
No, obviously we have a moral obligation to protect humans and make sure they're okay.
I'm glad we have common ground on that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, what do you think is true of animals that, if it was true of humans, would make it okay to do that sort of thing to humans?
I think the only thing that some people may say is...
No, you. Like, I want you to reflect on your own values. I know some people use all sort of excuses, right? But what do you think is so morally different between us and animals that justifies doing that to them?
I think that we have a moral compass.
It's so weird when people say, well, we have a moral compass, we have moral agency, that's what differentiates ourselves from animals, so that makes it okay to kill animals. So we have a moral compass, but we turn off our moral compass to kill and eat animals. But that's what separates us from animals. Like, it's so stupid.
I mean by that?
Like, we know the difference between right and wrong, which doesn't mean we should take advantage of animals, but I think humans think because they're not able to express with us how they feel, that it's okay to kill.
You know, by the way, it's so weird when people say animals don't have moral agency. They do. They absolutely do have moral agency. If they didn't have moral agency, they wouldn't be able to operate in social groups. They might not be able to understand the concept of moral agency or morals, but they do have some degree of moral agency. They will have some kind of sense of right and wrong. Like again, they wouldn't be able to operate in social groups if they didn't.
Kill them to eat.
Oh, okay, I understand what you mean.
Understand?
But do you also, like, do you admit that there are some marginal cases of humans that don't have that moral compass? Let's picture like mentally disabled humans. Let's say we found a group of mentally disabled humans to the same degree of animals. Should we stab them and eat them, or do you think we should also extend basic human rights to them?
Extend basic human rights, of course.
So that would create a contradiction. That wouldn't be the trait that justifies it, right?
Absolutely.
So can you picture any other like trait or set of traits that's true of animals that, if it was true of humans, would make you have that same attitude where you would like pay for the meat of the human? Or
absolutely not.
You don't know you can't think of any morally significant difference between us and animals that justifies doing that to them?
No. It's morally
It sounds like you have vegan values then.
I've tried.
It is morally wrong,
I've tried veganism, but it's very difficult to obtain because in the normal restaurant we have meat and.
Okay, but before we go there, I'm happy to talk about that. But do you concede then that it is morally obligatory to be vegan? Because I think it is a logical extension of human rights. You said it is morally obligatory not to give your money to an industry that stabs humans for food.
Yes,
but for some reason, it's not a moral obligation to do that in the animal context. Or do you think it is also a moral obligation to be vegan and not stab animals?
I mean, I think we have choice, but after this conversation, it gets you questioning what is morally correct. Should I be eating animals? Should I be taking their milk? He pointed out the picture of the cow, you know, like, who's this for?
So what do you think? Should you be doing that? It sounds like from the answers you gave, you haven't found like a justification to support that.
I haven't yet. But I think
you mentioned convenience. You mentioned it's hard to be vegan. What do you think? What makes you think it's hard? I mean, I find it super easy, especially when you think about the victims.
Absolutely. I think for me, it's more the money aspect. Being vegan, from what I've seen, you know, you go to a restaurant specified that's vegan or even vegetarian items are usually uppriced in comparison with animals.
Do you think that's universally true about all plant-based foods? Just think about this. Think
I think in
what are
other
the
countries-
what are the cheapest in any country, including here, including the States? What are the cheapest foods you can get your hands on, typically?
Fruits and vegetables? No?
It's things like grains, like rice,
Yes,
beans,
yes,
lentils,
yes.
potatoes.
Like, when somebody gives me an answer like this, where they don't really know what the cheapest foods are, that suggests to me that either they're still living with their parents and they don't pay for their food, or they make so much money that they never have to consider how much they spend at the grocery store.
Pasta, all that
Absolutely.
shit is vegan, right? So all the cheapest foods that you can think of are all vegan, and you can survive out of that. Also, like mock meats, like tofu, seitan, like soy meat, all that stuff is super cheap nowadays and widely available. So it is possible to be vegan and you know, on a budget or whatever. So if you were to look into it, and you would realize that, hey, being vegan is actually not only possible but pretty easy. Would you then say it's like morally obligatory to be vegan?
Do I think it's morally illegal or legal?
No, morally obligatory, and by that I mean that it would be wrong not to be vegan.
I think if everyone had access to it, yes.
Well, I don't know about everyone, but let's say you, if you had access to it, and you do, like we do in
Yes,
this,
absolutely.
is it then the right thing to go vegan? If you don't go vegan, is it the wrong thing?
I feel bad. I from this conversation, I feel like it's morally incorrect to continue to eat meat and animal products, but at the end of the day, I do truly believe that everyone has a choice, and what they want to do is, you know, this is what
Sure, we do
consider
have a
normal.
choice. We do have a choice, but how about the choice of the animals not to? I mean, personally, they want to live, so why not respect their choice, right? As well. Like, wouldn't you say that if you stab somebody to death, you're like not respecting their choice?
Well, absolutely.
And that's
'Cause-
what we're doing to animals, right? Because we have a choice. We can pick the vegan. We can just do this, and instead of picking the carnage option, pick the vegan option. They don't have a choice, right? But you do, right?
Like, what? How did we start this though? Like, why did we start eating animals then?
First, I just wanna really like get to understand your values. If you actually see it as morally obligatory, I do, like, because you wouldn't have the same attitude in any other context. Let's say somebody was stabbing dogs and eating them, or baby humans.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't say it's his choice, right? You would say, get that man in prison, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and there's really nothing so different between us and animals that justifies doing that to them. We're all sentient. We have brains, a capacity for consciousness, subjective experience. But that's what really matters morally, and we share that with animals.
Absolutely.
So how do we start? Yeah, by educating yourself about it, basically. Yeah, that's where you
I
start.
think that's the most important thing. You know, what you guys are doing, coming out here and talking about it, getting conversations starting is so important. Because a lot of people are just uneducated. It's just
Joey has all the sentience.
Oh my god. Whoa. Oh my god. You can see the sentience right here. Right there. That's where all the sentience is. Oh my god.
why there.
Whoa. Look at him. Look at how handsome. Oh my god, I want him. I'm going to steal your kitty and keep him for myself. I want him. That is a good kitty. Oh my god. Thanks for the donation, Ethan, though.
Generations
Yeah.
of.
I don't think most people are bad. I think most people just don't know. Most people are
Absolutely.
ignorant.
Finger my ass until I was burbs. Let me see. Ooh. Kookaburra. Give him snack. Give him a snack. That's a nice kookaburra. Oh my god, what the hell is this? How did that happen? They literally built a nest on this gazelle's head? Well, the gazelle seems okay with it. That's nice.
Yes, good. Over here and let him.
Aw, little babies. That's nice. She helped. I saw some baby geese the other day. I fucking love baby geese. Thanks for the donation, finger my ass.
About it, I hate the action, not the actor. Most people are ignorant about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in my own life, it's just since I was a baby. I was put a plate of meat in front of me, and that's what I ate, you know? I never thought about the moral obligation of the animals and how I could be harming them in the long end.
And you
But
do agree.
I'm glad you're having this conversation.
And I'm glad you're so open about it, and it's so amazing.
Of course.
So you agree that, you know, we're brought into this world, but there's all sort of traditions, and some of them are pretty bad, and we should abolish those traditions.
Oh, absolutely.
Human slavery comes to mind.
Yeah.
Women not having rights to vote, and what comes to mind, the LGBTQ marginalization. Yeah, we just think we should.
That toad you saw at 3 a.m. looked like a cute little guy. Yeah. I picked him up and put him in some grass. Toads feel so fucking weird. It's like picking up a thick sentient penis. They feel really weird in your hand. But that was a nice toad.
Enlarge the circle of moral consideration to animals as well. And it seems like you agree, and it seems like you have vegan values. The only way to align your actions with your values is to choose vegan. Absolutely. I ask you one last question. Next time you're out shopping, are you going to choose compassion, or are you going to choose to exploit others?
Ooh, that's a big question. The way you worded it is quite scary. I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to continue to educate myself and see what my values align with. But I'm very glad we had this conversation.
I'm very glad you had that conversation too. I just wanted to realize how you weren't able to point like a morally significant difference, because personally in the human context, if you were right now eating humans already, and you had a choice to go vegan overnight, would you go vegan overnight, or would you like, I'm gonna educate myself, you know, I'm gonna take it slow?
Absolutely, I'm gonna take the.
And I want you to see that as in the same way in the animal context, because it is a moral emergency, and it's like we should do it, like
now.
For them, like because how many animals you want to
die before we
get exploited in your name specifically, because you're the one giving your money, right? So you're one more person financing, you know, supply and demand, right?
Of course.
If we're one less person giving our money to that shit, you know,
we're helping the cause.
We're helping,
yes. And inspiring others. Yeah, no, absolutely. This is a very good conversation.
Thank you so much. I would point you to websites called Challenge 22. Those people can help you out for free. Any questions you have, where do I get my protein now? Like how do I get my B12? Those people, they give you a registered dietitian for free, and they can help you out if you want help, because you know you can do it by yourself. I did it by myself, but if you want help, you can get it.
It may feel overwhelming.
Okay, I will steal both of them. They will both be my kitties now. Thanks for the donation, Ethan, though.
Interesting.
We'll share that documentary with you, so you see the standard practices, and it feels more visual to you. That, oh shit, that's the sort of shit I'm paying for. I'm not gonna pay for that anymore. So I recommend you that documentary. It's called Dominion. You can look it on YouTube, and then the website. I'll share with you the challenge.
Awesome.
Yeah, but thank
you. Fuck. Well, I think you did a good job. Who knows if she'll go vegan? It sounds like she's fairly convinced, but a lot of these people just, you know, say fuck it and go back to eating meat, so who knows? The Predator donated $2. You keep claiming people are making fallacious arguments. Sometimes